They want bolognese, so I'm using some red onions, as you can see, a small yellow onion, chop them up. I'll chop the yellow onion up fine, well, fairly fine in little bits. The red onions just to add extra flavour. Garlics I got ready. I'm also going to use some let me think. I'm just trying to think what I'm going to use with this one. We've got loads of spice. I'm just gonna have a look around and see what I'm going to add to this one. And then I'll get back to you. But this is for the bolognese. They want bolognese and spaghetti. Now we're going to start on the mincemeat and the onions. As you can see, I've chopped the garlic. Onions are done. They can go in. There's a little bit of oil in there. I haven't bothered to clean the pan from the other one. There's no point because the extra little bit of flavour will go nice because it's all beef. So when that oil is ready, I can tip the onions in. It's almost done. The lighting is very poor at the moment. As you can see, the oil, well, it's a bit of a spoon. It's a very small spoonful of oil with what's left over from the gravy mixture from the liver and onions and bacon. Because I'm cooking onions, it'll give it the onions a nice flavour, and the minced beef will taste extra special. Because it'll have all the seasoning that's gone from the other meal into this one. And also it saves clean up another pan. Could have wiped the pan out, but the juices in that pan are well worth adding to the onions to caramelise the onions, give them a nice little taste. We'll caramelise the onions tasty. And the garlic. We've got to get them in, so I'll come back to it. Oh, the onions are cooking nicely. There's a mixture of onions, yellow onion, red onion, some scallions. They're starting to go golden brown now. I could actually add the mushrooms in and the peppers. So they're cooking already. In actual fact, I think I will do. Like that. Add the mixed peppers, red, green and yellow peppers. I'll add the mushrooms as well at the same time. Just give them a few more minutes because the peppers won't take that long to cook. It'll also save me time as well when I cook the meat because these will already be cooked and I can just add them back into the meat afterwards. So I'll put these onto a plate and they're a bit more golden brown. You can golden brown them up a little bit more. Then I'm going to add the mushrooms, mixed peppers, so I'm going to save time this way. And you can see they are starting to go golden brown, so I'm going to keep stirring them and keep going. But I'll have to put the camera down. I'll get back to it when these are gone, because otherwise they'll be burning. Because they are cooking quickly. I'm going to add the peppers in and the mushrooms to save me time. And the smell is beautiful, especially the aroma from the garlic. The garlic smells beautiful. Fills the room, the kitchen full of a smell. It's an unbelievable smell. It aromas through the rooms in the house. I can smell it upstairs. They're at little painting. That is beautiful so far. I'll get the mincemeat out because I thawed that out yesterday. I put it in to thaw out, so we'll get on with that and then we'll get back to it. Get back to you in a moment. Cut down cooking time. I've added the peppers, the mushrooms and the onions. I'm all sauteed together and cooked down. This will take less time in actual fact doing it this way. It just leaves me the mincemeat into the sauce, tomato sauce with it. Which I think I'll be using a tin of tomatoes, spices, whatever I fancy putting in, and perhaps a little tin of puree just to thicken it. That will make a lovely sauce. Those can saute down and go golden brown. I'll pan fry all these off for a change because normally I would cook the onions and the pepper in a drop of water and use the juices from the water to add to the sauce. But I've got a little bit of onions left in there with a little bit of juice from when I've done the liver and onions and pancetta, so that should be more than enough to make the sauce. And just let the mushrooms, peppers and onions, red onions, green onions, scallions I've added in. I've also added a little bit of celery tops, just the leafy part, just to give that little nice taste. That will make a beautiful bolognese when the meat's cooked and added and the sauce is added to it. The smell is beautiful. I want to keep that going fast, but we'll get back to it in a few seconds. As you can see, there's some beautiful colours in that. Yes, there's still a little bit of oil in, but the oil and the water that's in there, what's in there at the moment, will cook in with this beef, which isn't brilliant beef, but it will go in well with it. It'll all mix in well with this. Get this done, and then I can throw that back in and then start making a sauce up to add into it. I'm going to do the sauce in while everything's in the pan. I'm not going to mess around. I've got too much to do today to carry on, but they'll all turn out just as nice. I might even throw in that box of baby plum tomatoes there, or I might just blend them and add them in with the sauce, with the tomatoes and the puree. I want to get the beef done quickly and turn it over and brown and drain off the excess oil, which there isn't supposed to be a lot in this, but it don't look too good to me, so it looks as though there's going to be a lot of oil in this. So we'll drain the oil off that, then we'll add all the lovely vegetables back in, then we'll make a tomato sauce to go with it, and then you can go to doing a lasagna or just straightforward bolognese. I think I'm just going to go just do the meat, do the vegetables, do the sauce, and then figure out whether I'm going to make I might do a bolognese or I might do lasagna. I'm not too sure yet. It just depends in the next 20 minutes what I feel like. But that's what's going to be going on. All the mincemeat is cooked. I'm not too keen on this beef mince. It's not to my liking, but still it'll have to do. I'm just going to make a spaghetti bolognese out of this one. I'm not going to make a lasagna with it. I've added the onions and the peppers back in, which I'm going to cook in now and stir. And I can get on with doing the sauce. Doesn't seem a lot of excuse me, no garlic. Doesn't seem though there's a lot of peppers in there or onions. Yet there is. There's about a load of them, as you know, but doesn't seem that many. I'm doing this one-handed down with the mushrooms and the garlic to mix around. The garlic is very strong, it's taking the breath out of it. I might just add some puree to this while it's cooking, because that needs to cook for a good 10 minutes to blend them both in together. Good 10 minutes. I'll get back to you in a few moments. As you can see, when it's stirred up properly, and then you can see the peppers. I've added a few peas as well, baby peas, but I still want to carry on stirring this up because it's I want it to cook well through before I start making the sauce, because the mincemeat seems rather tough for my life. I'm going to gently, slowly cook that down a bit. Bear with me and carry on watching. Because our beef isn't as tender as it should be, I've added a little touch, well, I've added some fresh baby plum tomatoes a tiniest drop of water, about a quarter of a cup of water, if probably less than that in fact, some tomato puree, and I'm going to let it simmer on a very low gas now for about 20 minutes, which I wouldn't normally do, but being as the meat is not as tender as it ought to taste, I'm going to let it simmer so it actually cooks slowly, and some of the juices and the flavours soften off a bit with the tomatoes and the water. There's a little drop of water in there, just to tenderise a bit more, like it's going to then sort of slowly cook through the meat, so it should tenderise it with a little drop of water in there. It should make it fair softer than what it is at the moment, because it seems very coarse and hard. I'm not into beef that's coarse and hard like that. So the only way to tenderise it down a bit is a little bit of tomatoes, a little drop of water, and simmer it on the minimal of gas for about 20 minutes, so it soaks in all the flavour and softens up a bit, and then we can have the sauce that I've made. I've made a rich tomato sauce with spices. I've added all sorts of, in fact I've added every sort of spice I can think into it. So it'll be nice and hot, and it will be very tasty, but it won't overpower the taste of the meat. So that should go okay. We'll go back to it in about 20 minutes. Thank you. Keep watching. Well, that extra 20 minutes with a little drop of water did the trick. I've added the sauce to it that I made. Could do with a little bit more sauce actually, but certainly give it the flavour it needed, and it's tenderised the meat down quite a lot. I could do with making a little bit more sauce, I think, or I'd just add a little bit of tomato puree. Got my choice here I can do, but that's finished. That's beautiful. Tastes excellent. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Well, that's the bolognese, the mince and everything's sorted. Now I've just realised this camera has been recording in another setting, so I don't know if this has took. That is the finished product of the beef mince, onions, peppers, mushrooms, peppers, garlic, little bit of celery, a few little peas just to give that extra little tang, some spices just to spice it up nice. But I hope this is filmed, because this is the second time now I've done this and it hasn't filmed. But I've just realised there's 4 different settings for recording, but we'll see whether it's recorded. If not, you'll just have to have, and if it isn't recording, or it won't upload, because sometimes it goes into VLC, I think it is, recording. I can't remember at the moment. It'll also mean that you've missed me doing the liver and onions and bacon in gravy, which I also did before this, and I started at 5 AM. It's now 8:30 AM. So if it hasn't recorded, you're going to have missed me doing the liver and onions with bacon. Well, it's not bacon, it's pancetta. I suppose bacon is the same thing. It's pancetta. So it'll mean that'll have also videoed in the wrong format for me to upload. So I hope it hasn't, but I've got the funniest feeling it has, because I've just realised this setting. Just as I've turned the camera back on again, I've just realised what setting it was in. So I've altered it to a setting that I know that does upload. But I'm hoping that both of the recipes, of the liver, onions and the pancetta or bacon in gravy, I hope that one's recorded, because that was a beautiful meal. And I hope this one's recorded from start to finish, where I've done all the vegetables, everything in front of you. So I'm going to be rather annoyed if this hasn't worked. Picking up and putting down a camera for nothing otherwise. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.